Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Pipes, Tattoos, and Conversations. I'm Tattooed Piper. Today, I am going to be reviewing Saratoga by the Country Squire. I've kind of been excited to review this blend for you guys, and a couple of reasons why is, one is it's not exactly like I thought it was going to be, and two, it is kind of what I thought it was going to be. I know that sounds oxymoronish, but I will explain that as we go through this video. So first, when I ordered this I saw it on the website and the description said candied cherries. And so I thought it was going to be similar to a Jolly Rancher candied cherry, something like that. But I'll get the tin note here for you and I'll explain why it is kind of like that, but it's not. So there is a little tiny hint in the background of this tin note of that Jolly Rancher cherry. But it's more of a real cherry smell than it is a fake cherry. But the main part, why I say it's different, is that I get more chocolate than I do a candied type of cherry. It's more of a chocolate cherry. So you guys know those little boxes of candies that you get, whether they're the heart or the square or whatever, and they've got the different types of chocolates in them, and one of them is that chocolate with the cherry filling, that candied cherry filling. That's exactly what this smells like. It's a very, very good smell. It's absolutely amazing. It's very one-dimensional. It's very just chocolate cherry. There's nothing really extra about it. You don't even really get any tobacco smell, at least not for me. Maybe a little bit of a sweet smell, like a sweet smell from the tobacco, but for the most part you smell the topping. So now it's not heavy. It's not one of those blends that you are gonna crack open and just get punched in the face with the smell of the candied cherries or the chocolate cherry. It's very subtle in the tin note. But something I've noticed with Country Squire blends is the tin note is a little bit more subtle, but the flavor is more apparent in the actual tobacco. So the transfer from tin note to tobacco flavor is more consistent with Country Squire blends than with any other aromatic blend I've ever had. So that really, really helps me when I make these videos because the flavor is there and it's delicious. Country Squire blends, they make some of the best aromatic tobaccos I've ever had in my life. So let's get this lit up and I'll get the tasting notes for you. Now, I already smoked about a quarter of a bowl, so this is going to be like the third light that I did because I set it down to get everything set up. So it's already been lit. I've already done my true light. This is my second light. And I'll tell you, when I initially lit the tobacco, you get candied cherry and chocolate right off the bat, right? And as you smoke it down, that flavor melds more with the tobacco. You definitely get the sweetness from the tobacco. You definitely get the Cavendish in there. You get the Virginia. But you get the candied cherry. And it is very ever present all the way through the bowl with this tobacco. Every single puff that I take on this tobacco, the candied cherry is very present. Now, it's not overwhelming your senses, it's not overwhelmingly powerful, but you know, when I talk about it being up in the wispies, when I talk about aromatic tobacco and how you mainly taste like in that middle area, you've got the tobacco, and then you've got your deeper tobaccos down here, and then up here you've got like the aromatic, and it's in the wispies. So the middle section is the main body of the tobacco. Well, the cherry topping that's on this is like kind of at the top of that middle section, so it's very much more in the tobacco, and it makes this tobacco very flavorful. Yeah, this reminds me of being a kid, and on Halloween, on Valentine's Day, my parents would always give me and my sister a box of chocolates. And it would be just like a regular square box of chocolates. I can't remember who made it, but they would always have a candied cherry chocolate in there. And that's exactly what this tastes like. It is extremely good. Now, as I said, the cherry flavor is ever present all the way through the bowl. When you get down to the last quarter of the bowl, when you're basically just smoking the dottle, it does not, the cherry flavor isn't as present, but it's not gone away. So when you get to that dottle where you kind of get the gross tasting ends of like your pipe, where it just starts to taste kind of nasty and you're like, okay, the pipe's done, you don't really have that. It's a little bit like you can tell when you get to the end of your pipe, but it still tastes sweet, and it still tastes like cherry, which is one thing that I really love about this tobacco. Also, I'm about halfway through the bowl now, and there is no tongue bite. My mouth isn't dry. And the bowl isn't hot. So it doesn't burn hot, it burns nice and cool. You can puff on it a little bit harder, and you'll still be fine. That's one thing I've noticed about all Country Squire blends. When you smoke them, they don't burn hot. They're a nice, cool smoking tobacco. I'm a huge fan of the Country Squire for that reason, and I will consistently shop there. Anyway, hopefully y'all enjoyed this review. I know it was short and sweet, but that's about all I can really say about the Country Squire Saratoga. If you guys get a chance, go to the Country Squires website and pick some up. It is a very delicious blend, and if you guys do like cherry tobacco, not everybody does, but if you do like cherry tobacco, this is going to be for you. And even if you don't like cherry tobacco, this probably will still be a blend for you, because it's not super, super cherry, but the cherry is ever present. I know. Like I said, it's oxymoronish, but it's also delicious. Well, my friends, I hope you have an amazing week. It's Sunday, so hopefully you guys have a good work week. If you're retired, have a great retirement week. Get stuff done around the house, you know. And as always, have a few good bowls full and be blessed. Cheers.